What's the kindest thing you've ever done that was met with cruelty? Growing up, I was always the backup plan. When my older brother Jake got into college, I was expected to take care of our elderly grandmother. When he graduated and moved across the country for his dream job, I stayed home to help with her declining health. I never minded. Family comes first, right? Jake was brilliant, charismatic, the golden child who could do no wrong. He had this way of lighting up a room, making everyone laugh with stories from medical school, impressing our parents with his achievements. I was just reliable. The one who remembered grandmother's medications, drove her to appointments, sat with her during long, quiet evenings when her arthritis flared up. You're so good with her, my mother would say absently, already turning back to Jake's latest phone call. She's lucky to have you. Lucky. As if caring for the woman who raised us was some privilege reserved just for me. 2 years ago, everything changed. My grandmother suddenly collapsed while we were watching her favorite cooking show. Her face went gray, her breathing labored, and I felt my world tilt as I called 911. The doctors delivered devastating news. She needed a liver transplant immediately, or she had weeks to live. Jake flew home within hours, tears streaming down his face, promising to get tested first thing. Our parents praised his selflessness, how he was dropping everything for family. I watched from the corner, invisible as always, even though I'd been holding her hand for 5 years. But when results came back, Jake wasn't compatible. Neither were our parents. I watched their faces fall, saw desperation creeping in as doctors explained the grim reality of waiting lists and time running out. I was. The moment the doctor confirmed my compatibility, something shifted. Suddenly, all eyes were on me. My mother grabbed my hands, tears in her eyes. "You'd do this? Really? For grandma?" As if there had ever been any question. The surgery was brutal. 8 hours under the knife, followed by weeks of recovery that felt like drowning in slow motion. My abdomen ached with every breath, every movement a reminder of what I'd given up. But seeing my grandmother's face when she woke up healthy, seeing my parents actually acknowledge me, feeling like I finally mattered, it was worth every moment of pain. For about 6 weeks, I was the hero. My parents called daily, asking how I was feeling. Jake sent flowers weekly, called me his incredible little sister. Everyone treated me like I'd saved the world, like I was finally worthy of their attention. Then, slowly, things went back to normal. The daily calls stopped. Jake's visits became rare. I was invisible again, relegated back to my role as the reliable caregiver. Last month, I overheard my parents planning a surprise family vacation to celebrate my grandmother's recovery. Disney World, somewhere we'd never been able to afford before. Should we tell her now? My mom asked, and my heart leaped. "Let's wait until after we book everything," my dad replied. I waited weeks for them to mention it. Nothing. Jake called to talk about the trip during one of his rare calls, assuming I already knew, quickly changing the subject when he realized his mistake. Finally, I asked about family holiday plans. "Oh, we're just doing something small this year," my mom said, not even looking up from her crossword. Nothing special. That's when I knew I wasn't invited. Again, I was just the caregiver, expected to stay home and maintain the routine. Last week, my grandmother asked me to fetch insurance documents from her bedroom. While looking through her files, I found something that made my blood run cold. A letter dated 6 months before her collapse, from her doctor, recommending immediate preparation for liver transplant, as her condition was deteriorating rapidly. Attached were compatibility test results for the whole family. My parents had known. They'd all known she was dying, known I was the only match, and they'd said nothing. They let me think I was making a spontaneous, heroic decision when the crisis hit, but I was just playing the role they'd always assigned me, the reliable backup plan who'd sacrifice everything without question, without even the dignity of informed consent.